How's it going, everybody? My name is Jesse. Welcome back to Continues to Tick. Hope you guys are doing well. It's another week. Another week has gone by. Another week of funding my portfolio of $500 and automatically investing it into the 51 companies that I hold. In a little bit, I'll dig into the portfolio review and just kind of show you where I'm at, show you which dividends paid me out, and just to see, the progress unfold. But before I begin, I wanted to just briefly talk about the PS5 pre-order. I know I'm not the only one who wants to pre-order this bad boy. I've never really been in a position financially to just be able to, toss the funds into a pre-order, let alone for like a gaming console. I've had $500+ before, but whether it was the wisest decision to throw it into it at the time, it was definitely a no. So I've never really pre-ordered anything before. But now I'm in a position, I work as a registered nurse. I'm 25 years old. I got the dividend retirement stuff going, and I have, some disposable income. The rest, I'm throwing it into real estate. Starting this year, I was just eyeing the PS5, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pre-order it, because why not? I have the funds now. Let me just splurge a tiny bit, and let me just try to get this pre-order. It's sold out everywhere. I'm not the only one who's had trouble trying to purchase this thing and pre-order it. It doesn't come out until November 12th of this year, but the pre-orders have all sold out, whether it's Walmart, GameStop, Target, you name them all. That Backstage Amazon link, name it all, Sam's Club as well. They've all sold out everywhere. I've gone so close on a couple of these websites where I've added it to my cart. I went to go place the order, and it just sold out as soon as I was placing the order. So we'll see how it goes. I know I'm competing with a lot of people to get that pre-order. A lot of people quicker than me on the refresh button. But it's interesting to watch. And it's actually pretty nice to be in a position where I can just go ahead and toss a little bit of money into a pre-order. Not because I'm a huge gamer, but because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to, be one of the first people to play one of these gaming consoles. The only thing I've actually been holding on to right now that I've gotten is the extra controller, the charging station, for the two controllers, and then that new NBA 2K21, the Black Mamba, the Kobe Bryant edition. So shout out to Kobe. Him and I share the same birthday, so there's definitely like a little nostalgia with the Kobe Bryant, rest in peace Kobe, with the first time I'm able to actually pre-order a gaming console. So it's quite special for me. It's an interesting it's an interesting set of events that I can't even get that pre-order. But with that said, I have until November 12th, hopefully. I know I'm not the only one. As far as the Jesse's cash flow portfolio, here we are hovering around $4,700 and an all-time return of 1%. I think it was last video where, I was technically all in the red, whether it was the month, the week, the day, all time, the quarter. I was just all in the red. My portfolio is still really young. It's less than 2 months old. I think I started it, back on July 20th. So it hasn't been alive too long. I initially funded it $650 on July 20th. So that's when the portfolio started. But overall, here we are in the green again. Technically, it doesn't mean too much for me personally. I'm more motivated by the dividend at this point, in combination with the growth. Sure, the growth is important, but 2 months, that's very short term, and it's technically under 2 months. So it's really short term. I'm more focused in the long term, and I know with time, given years, 15 or even 10, 15, 20 years, maybe even 5, I expect it to be in the green going forward. I believe to be invested in pretty solid companies with a solid dividend payout and just a solid history. So I expect it to be green in the long term. Short can sway, but it can't really, sway my spirit in regards to, how I'm feeling about the portfolio overall. It is 2020. I know the market dipped early this year, so my timing, into the markets, it's a little strange. Got the presidential election coming up, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out and unfolds. But to dive into, this past week, into my dividends, last week, just to recap, last week was the best week I've had in regards to my dividends. Starting on September 8th, all the way to the 11th, I had a lot of companies pay me dividends, a lot of them. This week, it kind of continued on to do the same thing, beginning from September 14th. We got 3M, then McDonald's, then Xterra Energy. We got O Realty Income, and then you got Duke Energy Core. So I haven't added all this up, but it's a good amount. It's definitely something that excites me. I'm not used to this. This is really nice to see. I'm just trying my best to stick to the game plan, stay consistent. As you can see, funnel the $500 and then, that same day purchase into the 51 companies that I hold. So far, I haven't had any dividend cuts, which is nice considering that it's 2020. I think I've actually had like 2 companies increase their dividend. It wasn't anything super fancy, but an increase at this time is actually pretty cool. And it's definitely something to, hang your hat on. The interesting thing that you could see here with the $3.38 is that a lot of that, is actually the dividend payouts. It's starting to get reinvested into, the companies that I'm owning. So it's actually really neat to see the cycle. It's going to snowball. Right now it's small, but with time it's just going to, build up that momentum, and it just can't be stopped. So this week, here we are, Next week, it'll be interesting to see. I'll be, crossing the 5K mark, and we'll just keep moving along. I hope your guys' journey is going well. I know I continue to watch other people's videos regarding like their dividend journey, and it's interesting to see everybody's, unfold. I'm still learning as I go. There's nothing in here that's set in stone, but I'm not changing anything at this time. Like I said, my portfolio is really young. It's less than 2 months, and it's my first time really diving into the dividend, so it's going to be interesting just to see it progress as I fund it more. With that being said, I hope you guys are doing great. Today is Thursday, September 17th. Tomorrow's going to be Friday and then the weekend. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on next week's video. Have a good day.